Hey everyone, happy week 4. We are starting our week with vocabulary in the content area, which I'm really excited about. Janine Pizzo here, for those of you who don't know who I am. Loved meeting a few of you during office hours. So I'm just going to walk through this week because we are changing it up a little bit based on some feedback. So here is on the screen, you'll see I have basically your dashboard, and you're going to go to the content area. Okay, so we're going to click there, and you're going to see here, and you're going to scroll all the way down to week 4. You're going to notice that week 4 has quite a bit of articles, but they're really easy reads, and I find them to be really fascinating, and I think they're pretty cool. The essential understandings for this week are, I want you to be able to define essential literacy terms that educators in all content areas need to know. And those terms are adolescent literacy, content area literacy, disciplinary literacy, and academic language. You should be able to identify those or define those based on the readings from these past weeks. And if you can't, please look them up before submitting anything. Another essential understanding is, what is the role of vocabulary in the content area class? One common thing that you all have, no matter what subject you teach, is vocabulary or academic jargon. So you do want to make sure that you are kind of aware of that. And then what strategies can we use in our content areas to help our students access vocab? So a lot of times students that struggle, it really is just with the vocabulary. So what can we do to make that a little bit more accessible for them? So you have a couple readings. You have the definitions for literacy included. Pardon me there. Article on vocab field guides, which this is such an interesting concept and I love it. How teachers can increase classroom use of academic vocab. There's an article from Ditch the Lists and it includes easy to use technology tools. There is Use and Teach Content vocab article. I have included vocabulary.com, which I just encountered last year, and I'm like, how have I not known about this? It's a really, really, really cool website, and I recommend sharing it with your students ASAP. And then there's in the Beers and Probst book, the nonfiction book, on pages 168 to 179, they talk about word gaps. And it's a discussion tool and an annotating tool that students can use when accessing new vocab. All of those readings were chosen really carefully. I did not throw anything in there that I didn't think was either really thoughtful or thought-provoking or essential knowledge. So the tasks here, you have to use one of the vocab strategies that's presented, okay, and define those 4 words that you need to know for this course. Okay, so you could go to Quizlet and create a review. You could do a field guide, which I think is fascinating. You could go to Adobe Spark and check those out. And then I do want you to choose 2 of the strategies that are presented for your strategy portfolio. So if we open this assignment up, you'll see here that there's a couple of things. And the first thing that you're going to notice is the discussion board, okay? A few people had mentioned that they want more collaboration, so I am doing that for those learners who want to basically discuss more in class, even though we're online. So the discussion board is choose 3 things from any of the readings. It could be from 3 different readings. It could be 2 from one reading and 1 from the other. It doesn't matter to me, but 3 things that resonated with you. And those could be things that surprised you, challenged your thinking, or something that you feel like you need clarified, okay? So you're going to do 3 things that resonated with you. That's your post. And you're going to have to post that prior to being able to see everybody else's posts so that I can see everyone's individual thinking. So if we have a lot of the same thinking, that's okay. But I wanted you to have an opportunity to think for yourself first. And then you need to respond to at least 3 other people's posts. That means go through the class, read what other people had said, and respond. That needs to be more than, like, you can't just say, I agree with you. Like, that's not a response. Like, put a little more thought into it. It's going to be 12 points, 6 points for your response, and then 6 points for your replies to other students. There will be no redos on this. And I did enable the rating feature on people's responses. So if you wanted to rate other people's work, you can. Now watch this part because this is where you have to pay attention to how to get in. So you go to discussion board, you click on it, right? And it takes you to this. And this is where, if you don't know how to use the discussion board feature, it gets a little tricky. You come over here and you hit this hyperlink. See it? It's right here. See? Click on it, and it will say create a thread. Okay, it says there are currently 0 threads, okay, just because I posted it. And so you'll need to do that. And again, the post is down here. And once you create a thread, click on it. It will allow you to create a subject, maybe make it your name, and type your 3 responses here, and then submit. Okay, so if you have any questions with that, feel free to email me or ask a person in the class. Should be pretty basic. That being said, I'm going to go back here to week 4. Here's the essential literacy terms assignment. This is where you're going to play around with either adding a Quizlet Live. Someone asked me about a Kahoot right now. That's great. If you wanted to do a field guide, whatever it is that you're going to show, you're going to basically demonstrate some sort of activity that uses those 4 words. I want you to pretend content area literacy is your course, your content area. How are you going to teach these 4 vocab terms to your class or have them review it? Okay. You could use any strategy presented in the articles. Basically, you open this up, come over here, and you have to come over here. It says add your content by clicking edit wiki content, which is right here. You could add pictures of your notebook. You could add links. You can embed videos, whatever it is you want to do to demonstrate your understanding of the vocab. That's great. It should be a strategy that we have discussed or you should have seen in the readings. And again, you click the edit wiki content, which I just did. And then instead of changing this, don't change that. Okay. Type your response under here. Okay. Type. And there you have it. That being said, I just want to make sure there's one other thing here. I will be going through and I'll be sending in a separate video for the literacy strategies portfolio. But again, it details it right here. Okay. Your write-up must include these things here. And then I'm not collecting this until December 1st, but you should create 2 entries this week so that the week before you're not freaking out. Okay. So here are some of the things you could do an entry for: vocab.com, field guides. You can do an entry about word walls, morphology practice, word sorts, vocab journals for your models, or any other strategy that's not listed, but you were like, I love this. It works for my content area. Okay. So make that work for you. Okay. If you wanted to do Quizlet, Adobe Spark, etc., that can also carry over into the instructional technology strategies. Okay. Frequently asked questions. I am also posting for you guys about the classroom library. Do you need to have a book approved before you read? No. Do you have to purchase the books? No, you can get them from the library. What are you expecting for the book trailer, talk, or review? Please look at the example. You're filling out a spreadsheet. My example is already in there. Do you have to do something separately with the review? Nope, just fill out the spreadsheet. And then where can you find a book trailer? YouTube or the publisher's website. Again, I'll send that link out. And then here, I wonder where my webcam went. Weird. Reading responses. Do you have to do multiple responses, one for each reading? No. One response that covers all of the essential understandings. How can you receive full credit? There are actually 3 criterion. You have to demonstrate a perceptive understanding or interpretation of the essential understandings for the week. You have to include examples and personal reflections, and you also need to connect it to your classroom or your instruction. Can you redo your response for a better grade? Yes, you'll just email me the newest copy, and you'll have to wait until the following Tuesday by 5 to get the revised grade. And then can you just take pictures of your notes? Yes, and they will receive full credit as long as they meet those 3 criteria set by the rubric, which has been posted in Blackboard. So those are those. I'm trying to think of anything else you need. I'm going to send out this literacy strategies portfolio. Again, keep the emails coming. I'm really enjoying them, and I really hope that everything is going well. Okay. Ooh, my time is almost up. Have a great week. I'll talk to you guys later.